Hello and welcome to this channel. If you are a repeat viewer, welcome back. And if not, if you're new, I hope you enjoy the videos that we are posting. This is a Valentine's heart topiary, just in time for Valentine's, I hope. And this one is done a little bit different from the first one that I did with the with just the little frame. Let's get to it and find out how I've made this one. Super easy, and I had a lot of fun. Okay, so the next one I'm going to show you will be in this little pot, and I'm going to do sort of a aged look. I'm not going for anything in particular. I'm just going for what feels like something I would like, and I'm going to dip my brush into a little bit of darker brown that I have here. It's actually fudge brown, and painting away here with a Q-tip, because I paint and remove the paint as I go along. Shouldn't take that long to do, but I'm just showing you that you can play with something until you're happy with it. A little lighter. I think I'm going for a little lighter. Now that I put the dark, now I'm going to go a little lighter here. Set it aside to dry, and now we're going to do the fun part. So remember, I had this one that I showed you earlier, and I think that what I'm going to do with this one is fill it in. I made it a little smaller by twisting. I'm going to make it into a little full heart, three-dimensional almost, with the greenery. Now this greenery is really messy, and it is, I think it's because it's so old, woodland scenes. And it's for people who do railroad scenes. And I've cut a few bits here, and I'm just going to play with glue and fill all this until I'm happy. Some glue here. I'm going to just, this is fun when you get to play with this much glue. It's not going to have a hole in the center. I'm just going to make it like a very bushy topiary with, and then I'm going to take, and this is so messy, I had to contain it in here. I cut, it comes in strips, and I cut, but when you cut, it also makes a mess. But we're not strangers to mess. Okay, I'm going to just wrap some around, fill this whole heart. Okay, I'm going to leave it at this stage and let it dry, and come back to it and see what's happened. Okay, I've shaped it a little bit as it's drying, and we're going to set it aside, come back to it, and finish it off. Here's the little heart. I let it dry, and then I trimmed it. It dried up, and I took my scissors and I snipped it around, just cut it into shape. And now I'm about to put it into the pot that we sort of prepared. And to fill it up this time, I'm just going to show you another way that I can fill up pots, and that'll be to take a little bit, you know, just a tiny little bit of this foam, just kind of hard, and I'm just going to cut it a little bit like so into the shape of the pot, sort of. But I'm going to cut a little bit more, and I'm going to fill it in like so. Okay, so once that's in there, I'm going to take it out, put a little bit of glue. Now, if you don't want to be using, if the pot is something you don't want to have to use permanently in this, with this display, with this topiary, then you don't have to put the glue, but putting the glue in here, and then I'm going to add a little bit of glue on top, like this, and then this point you can use coffee grounds, or since I already have the mess out here, I can use a teensy bit of that green, and kind of a mossy green. Fill it in. Okay, might have to pre-drill a little hole into the center. Not drill, but just poke, because it's got that foliage there and it will resist. At this point it's still green. I'm going to see, maybe I want to paint it in brown. I knew it was going to resist because it's got that foliage, and this wire is not that stiff. It's fairly malleable. Okay, so I have now put it into the little pot, and I stopped talking because my furnace came on. I didn't want to stop. So I think what I'm going to do is because this is a Valentine kind of thing, I'm going to again add some of the little hearts. Why not? So I'm going to add the little hearts just as I did with the other. I'm going to go all the way around the edge, putting them right side up, I think, like this. And I'm using a lot of glue. Doesn't matter, because it will dry. Just looks messy right now, but they won't fall off, that's for sure. I may not have enough little hearts. Let's see. I cut a few more. It's easy when the Fimo is already cooked and you just have available to cut out your shapes. You can do that with circles and stars. As long as it's not too intricate, it'll cut nice. And the best kind of punch for this is the one with the handles. The other ones are a little bit more difficult to use. And just like I did with the other one, when it is dry, I will paint it over with some Mod Podge. And here is your finished product. Little green topiary with the little hearts like we've done before. And again, I put a couple of drops of the Mod Podge, or you can use clear nail polish as well. Let it dry, dab again, and then you'll get the little raised effect with the little bow. I think it's lovely, and I think it would look very nice on a doll's house table, sideboard for your doll's house Valentine scene, or you can put it in a store, as I've mentioned before. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That tells me that I should continue making these. And a sneak peek at the next video. If you like, stay tuned. This should be up in a few days as well. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.